shall today take up this particular poem, The Drop of Bleach by Matthew Arnold. And incidentally, this is the last poem of our English syllabus. Okay, now this particular poem, Drop of Bleach, was written in the year 1851. Drop of Bleach was written in the year 1851. Okay. Now, that is the year. In 1851, Matthew Arnold had got married, and then, along with his wife, he had gone to Dover, the southern part of, or the southern coast of England, facing France, right? And that's only the English Channel that separates the two countries. That is the south of England, and the country of France is separated by the narrow sea that is connecting the Atlantic and the Pacific. So this is called the English Channel, and it's the distance between the two countries is just about 20 kilometers. That's where he had been for honeymooning in the year 1851. Now, the poem basically is talking about see the style or the pattern that it follows is a dramatic monologue. A dramatic monologue. A person from the poem presumes that there is another person present and listening to him and possibly returning answers back to him. Okay? So that's why it's called the dramatic monologue. The presence of another person is implied. And he addresses this supposed listener as and the supposed listener is supposed to be his newlywed wife who had gone along to this the coast of Dover in the southern part of England, right? And the place possibly where he wrote this particular poem must be a night in so the description that is given in the beginning of the poem is possibly from that of a hotel room facing the coast of England, coast of France, and then that's why the beginning he mentions that the lights are going out in the French coast, and now he turns his attention to the coast of Dover, or the shores of Dover, and the speciality of that particular night and the place, and description of it. But the poem basically expresses a frustration, the poet's frustration and hopelessness of the modern chaotic world. See, 1850s was a time when England was going through a lot of transformation. Certain things that happened had caused a lot of confusion, a lot of doubts in the mind of people. To start with, for instance, the industrialization, and then followed by the publication of Das Kapital by Karl Marx, and then in 1859 you have the publication of The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. All these had caused a challenge to religion. All these had caused a challenge to religion. And therefore, faith in religion. Up to now, the people were led by faith, or faith in their religion. But the role of religion was being challenged or changed. So, religion means faith or credibility. You trusted your religion. That was your creed. Now, this basic creed of Christianity was questioned by certain events that happened in the mid-19th century. Alright? So this faith or certitude in the human mind was replaced by what you call doubt. What happens next, or what is going to happen in the future. Okay? So that faith was replaced by religion. So in one of the earlier points I had described what were the implications of the publication of, for instance, The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. Because that challenged the basis of Christianity. That's a Christian, the first book of the Bible, the Genesis, describes how God created man and woman as man and woman. But then now here was this Charles Darwin coming with his theory of evolution. So man was not man, woman was not woman initially, but eventually they evolved this present shape, present status. So that's what he thought. So it was a direct challenge to Christianity. Then there was this man, Karl Marx, who again said religion is the opium of the poor. So that again was a hit at the basic religious faith. Telling that the purpose of religion was to exploit the poor, promise them a heaven after life. So you endure your sufferings, your poverty in this world, and then you are going to have a fantastic reward in your next world. So you live in the hope of that next world that is going to come. So this was something that challenged. So therefore he expresses his view that this kind of situation where there is neither joy nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help or pain. That's how he describes the world at present. There is no neither joy nor love, nor light, nor certitude. You are not certain, you are not sure of anything, even of your faith or religion. Nor peace. There is no peace in the world, nor help for pain. There is no help for pain either. So that is the kind of feeling that he expresses through this poem. So in the first stanzas, we have the first stanza here on the board, and then in the first stanza, actually what he does, he gives us a description, a straightforward description of nature, and the speaker calling his beloved or his sweetheart. His sweetheart to come to the window and to watch the beautiful, beautiful sea on a moonlit night. So apparently the setting, as I said, is inside a hotel room, presumably, on the coast of English Channel, near the English town of Dover. English town of Dover. That's why it's called the Dover Beach. The speaker and his beloved are looking out their window at the French coast across the sea. And at the beginning it would be a love poem as it is. See, look at that setting, how he is calling his sweetheart, his beloved, to come to the window and to watch the night scene from apparently a hotel room in the English town of Dover. So it gives us an impression that it is going to be a love poem or even a sonnet. Because by about the ninth line, there is a slight change in the style of description, which is usually found in a sonnet. But then you have, see, the poem is also about 14 lines. So the poem has about 14 lines, so you can, sonnet is basically a 14-line poem. But then, by about the 14th line, we have a change. We have a change. The unpleasant roar of waves brings a sense of melancholy, sadness to the poet's mind. Look at that. The eternal. See? At their return, high strand brigade and seas, and then again, with a tremulous cadence, slow and bring the eternal note of sadness. So that's where the theme basically is introduced. As I said, the human misery, the human suffering. And then he goes on to say, Sophocles, long time back, sitting by the banks of the Aegean Sea, had heard similar sounds which made him produce such wonderful tragedies about human misery. And then he continues with the same note, and then he says, see, this is a world where we do not have any love or honesty, but let us be true to one another. That's the call he gives to his beloved. Let's be true to one another in a world without any love or peace. And then finally he speaks about there is an allusion, there is a reference in the last stanza to the battle that was fought between Athenians and the Sicilians. The Athenians attacked the coast of Sicily, and in the process they fought in the night, and when they fought in the night, in the confusion, it is said, so many of Athenian soldiers killed one another, because in the darkness they were confused. As they fought in the beach in the dark, many of their own soldiers were killed. Okay. So that's how the poem is all about. Basically, it's talking about his frustration, his sense of hopelessness of the modern chaotic situation as he finds. But then finally, he reconciles this idea that only one way of reconciling this concept. He says we have to return back to paint. That is the only solution. Okay. Now let's look at the first stanza. The sea is calm tonight, the tide is full, the moon lights clear. Upon the straits, on the French coast, light gleams and is gone. The cliffs of England stand, glimmering and vast, out in the tranquil day. Come to the window, sweet, is the night air, sweet is the night air, only from the long line of spray, where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. Listen, you hear the grating roar of heavens, which the waves grow back and fling at their return up the high strand. Begin and cease and then again begin, with the tremulous cadence slow and bring the eternal note of sadness. Okay, so that's a beautiful description we have here. It's the sea is calm tonight. It's a quiet night. The sea is calm. The night is calm, the sea is calm. And the sea tide is full. In the full tide, usually what happens, the water level rises. So the sea is filled with water at the time of high tide. And the moon lights fair. Fair means beautiful. The moonlight is shining brightly. Fair. It means brightly. The moon is shining brightly upon this water. Upon the narrow English channel, that's what. Upon the fair straits. What are straits? Straits are narrow seas. Narrow seas linking possibly to water bodies. Alright, so that is the English channel. That the straits referred to here is the English channel. That's a narrow strip of sea lying between England and France, separating two water bodies, two lands. Not water bodies, two lands. Two lands. That is the England and France. Okay, then, and what is moon lights beautifully upon the straits, that's the English channel. On the French coast, the light gleams and is gone. You could see the lights of France, the French coast is all lighted up. But the lights do not last that very long, and it is gone. It disappeared. The lights are put out. Possibly they all want to sleep, and lights are mostly off. Okay, and it's peaceful because first he is observing the French coast, which is I told you the distance between England and France at this point is between England and France is only about 20 miles. Just 20 miles. That is the distance. That's the width of the English channel at this point. Alright. Now once those lights are gone on, then the cliffs of England stand glimmering and vast out in the tranquil bay. Now he turns to the English side, the English coast, and then he says, the Dover, the town of Dover is known for its cliffs that are standing very high and tall. The cliffs are rocks, protruding rocks that fill the shores of English Channel in this particular point. And they are especially noted because at this point what we have, these rocks are limestone rocks. So in in moonlight they appear whitish. They appear whitish because they are covered with the limestones, soapstones. Okay. And then he turns his attention towards that. They are standing up very high and glimmering, shining. Glimmering means shining and vast, extending to a large area and tall. Out on the tranquil bay. Out on the tranquil. Tranquil means peaceful. Peaceful bay. He says, and then at this point, what does he say? Come to the window, sweet is the night there. So he says, he invites his beloved, he invites his sweetheart to come to the window to observe this beautiful scene of the Dover Beach, where we have the great cliffs, steep cliffs or steep rocks that are found on the beaches of Dover. And they are glimmering and vast, glimmering and vast, and large glimmering reflections are found. And you can find the reflection of these bays in the reflection of these cliffs on the calm sea. When the sea is calm, the reflection of these cliffs fall on this calm sea. Come to the window, sweet is the night. And then he invites his beloved to come to the window to observe this beautiful sight. To observe this beautiful sight. Only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. Listen. He says, you observe from here, there is this line of spray. The spray here refers to the waves or the water being broken against these cliffs produce a spray. The waves coming and striking against the waves turn into foam, and that's what along the coast of Dover you find. And then, so here we have a beautiful description of the land in here, and the next 5-6 lines lead to the theme of eternal sadness. Correct? So therefore, we shall take the next lines in the next class together. Alright? Okay. So until we meet in our next class, stay safe.